Alrighty, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually morning, but whatever. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairy Muppet. Welcome back to the final series of games for the Hairy Bash. We've seen the best of the best so far. Wally and Spear make it to the grand finals and duke it off. Spear taking the victory in that set of games. And now we are going to be seeing the third place matchup. It is between Mr. SWs down the bottom left side of the map, who unfortunately fell to Spear in the semi-finals, and Mr. Pezz up the top right side of the map, otherwise known as Best Pin SEA, who fell to Wally in the semi-finals. So, yeah, neither of these players have faced a Protoss, I believe. Yeah, I do believe. No, actually, Pezz faced Kiwikaki, and I do believe Kiwikaki is a Protoss. I will just double check that actually. I've got the thingy, whatchamacallit, sheet around here, and I'm pretty sure. Yes. So Pezz may have a little bit of an advantage as he did face Kiwikaki, but that was a little while ago back in the round of 16. SWs has just been facing Zerg and Terran so far, so we will see if that favours Pezz any. We do know that SWs is an extremely capable player, so we'll be seeing exactly how it goes here. So let's have a look at the tech going on. We do have Twilight Council coming out, so my guess is going to be Fast Blink, potentially a Dark Shrine or Fast Archons or something like that. I don't know, something, but my guess would be Blink. He's just watching out for workers right now, so he definitely does not want to have that Twilight Council scouted by anybody, although the Mothership Corps is going to have a bit of trouble keeping the Zealot out. And meanwhile, looks like Pezz is just going for some pretty standard stuff. Also going for a Stargate. Where is that damn Stargate? He's building it somewhere. No, that's it. Whoops, I already had it selected. So there we go. Looks like there's and the Stalker Goth going to come in. Not going to be able to stop. And here we go. Look at that. He's actually going for the Dark Shrine right here. He's building it all the way over there. So it's going to be hidden. But still, these guys are going to go in. They're going to see the Twilight Council. They're going to see Blink being researched as well. So at least they're not going to be like, what the hell is he doing with this? And the double Stalkers are going to get in there. And finally does manage to push Pezz away. I don't think he did too much damage. One worker lost and equal trades on the Stalkers. So that's not too bad. SWs can deal with that. And no doubt Pezz did scout out the Twilight Council. With Blink being produced, he's going for a robotics facility, perhaps going for, I don't know, probably for an observer. If he sees the Twilight Council, it's always best to get an observer out there. And of course, Immortals would be very good versus the Blink Stalkers if he decides to go for that route instead. So robotics facility, it's a good idea all around to go for that versus any sort of fast Twilight Council play. And we are seeing some Void Rays coming out, so I don't think he's built... He built an Oracle, and the Oracle is actually coming in right now. Does get a couple of worker kills. One worker kill, that's all he got. That Nexus overcharge, man, so crazy. And he's going to run away. Oh man, if he keeps running, he's going to see the Dark Shrine. Come on, go on, keep running, dude, keep running. I don't think he's going to scout that out. Unfortunate, because that would be absolutely insane. And yes, he's building an Immortal straight off, not building an Observer. The Dark Shrine is up by now. Where are the DTs coming down? That is the question. He's got limited time to build those DTs. He's running a little bit low on gas at the moment. He has 125 gas to build a DT or something, so they're not cheap. Maybe he's saving up. No, he's building Stalkers. I mean, this is it right here. Oh, he does have a DT already. Whoops, I didn't even realize that guy was over there. 7 kills, and yeah, looks like 6 of them or 7 of them were workers. So the DT has already done the job, and he must have cancelled the Immortal and chrono boosted out an Observer. So yeah, pretty nice stuff there. Oracle gets blown up. I'm pretty sure that was the Oracle. And yeah, it's just bad news for everybody. The Probe gets blown up as well. SWs thinking about an expansion right here. And Pezz already had his expansion, but cancelled it to build a couple of gateways. So he's obviously quite worried about these Stalkers coming in. And we'll see how that works out. Bunch more Stalkers. So we got a massive army, relatively massive army of Blink Stalkers coming out from Mr. SWs. And where's that Dark Templar? It's over here, hiding up in the corner. Gonna try and run in, but this is not the right time to be running in. Not the right time to be running in at all. The Observer is back here. He's going to run, but I don't think he's going to get away a second time. I think he is going to be destroyed. Down he goes without doing too much damage. The Stalkers use the time the DT's bought him to get up to the top of the ramp, but they instantly run out, manage to snipe the Mothership Core, which is something, but there is defending, so Mothership Core doesn't really buy him all that much. And so far, Pezz is looking pretty good. He's got the Immortals, he's got the Void Rays, some of the best units to deal with mass Stalkers. So SWS, I mean, he's got Blink, but he's facing units which are just incredibly awesome at destroying Stalkers. So I don't think it's going to work out for him with this tactic. I think he's going to need to think of something else to get in here. And yeah, he's going to stop the expansion from coming down, which is good. So he might be able to starve Pezz out. But yeah, I mean, even with this third Void Ray, he could potentially just go out and just knock these guys away. He's got quite a lot of units. He's thinking about doing it. Not quite. Wait for that third Void Ray. That's probably a good idea. And yes, looking good, looking good. SWS thinking about doing some low ground sniping. Manages to take out the Observer. And the Zealots are all in a pretty bad position. Void Rays coming out, but the Void Rays are all by themselves. The Force Fields are stopping these guys from coming out. And this is not a good idea. You do not want the Void Rays out by themselves. You need the support of the other units. Pezz getting a thingamy-bob really, really fast. And the Stalkers just keep coming out for Mr. SWS, who is now got the second base up and is chrono boosting workers out of it, or just building workers out of it, I'm not sure. But yeah, so SWS, the longer he can manage to keep this crap going, the better off he's going to be in the macro department. And Pezz is got the units to push them away, I think. 2 Immortals and 2 Void Rays, but he's very, very worried about going down that ramp and getting a force field blocking half of his units. It already happened, and he lost 4 Zealots, so very, very worried about that. But the longer he takes, the worse off his macro is going to be. There we go, another beautiful force field, and the Void Rays are getting hit once again. The Immortals are just in range of the Stalkers, so managed to get some hits off, but SWS persists for long enough to take out one Void Ray, and the other Void Ray almost makes a huge mistake going out there. And there we go, the main army is out there. Are we going to see a force field? It doesn't look like it, but SWS may have had the numbers here anyway. He does snipe the last Void Ray and then decides to run, obviously, the 2 Immortals. A little bit too much for him to handle at the moment, and Pezz does have his expansion. So finally got that. He's a little bit behind, but not too far. SWS hasn't been building a crap ton of workers. He's been mainly focusing on Stalkers for the last little while. And here we go, moving on back. But yeah, he would take so many losses versus those Immortals, so I'm very unsurprised that he doesn't want to attack. If he can get in there and snipe the Immortals really quick, then perhaps he could win this battle. Without the Immortals, this army is just going to fold. But it's very dicey. If he doesn't get the Immortals, if they manage to pull back a little bit, then yeah. If the Immortals pull back and suckers SWS to pull his Stalkers into range of the Zealots, then he will be entirely screwed, I think. He's got a lot of Stalkers, but if you pair Zealots and Immortals together, and they're both attacking, then here he goes, snowing for the Immortal, takes it down to a very low amount of health, and gets away very fast. So a very nice, fast attack there from SWS. Another few of those, and if he snipes the Immortals, then he will be in a good position. But Pezz is building quite a few Immortals right here. There he goes, gets in there, destroys the Immortal, going for the other Immortal, takes it almost down, the very last bit of health, and does pull away, but he's losing a ton of Stalkers as he does this play. 9 Stalkers lost so far versus only 2 for Pezz, but of course Pezz has lost a lot more other units. And here we go, the brand new Immortal is coming out. He's going to have to snipe this out, but there he goes, just blinks all the way up the top, does kill the Immortal, and now he's got no Immortals to worry about, but his army has been knocked down enough so that Pezz is able to take it on without any Immortals. And the next Immortal coming up, and I think this is it for SWS. He needs another plan, and he's been building a ton of Zealots back here. And he's getting Zealot legs at the moment, getting a Dark Templar as well. Not sure what this guy is planning on doing, maybe hiding at the 3rd base location. Something of that nature. And meanwhile, Pezz is just, yeah, getting a bunch of Immortals, which is going to suck when the Zealots hit him, but yeah, what can you do? Well, it looks like this Immortal might get sniped right here. He's going straight for it. Does take it out very, very quickly. But he sees the other Immortal, and it's not going to be enough. I think he's given up any hope of actually winning with the Stalkers. He's just using them to get the harassment out there, to keep the pressure on, and to do quite a bit of damage. He's going for the Sentries now, which is another great play. Sentries are a pain in the ass to any Protoss unit that you throw against it. The force fields are just a nightmare. So sniping out the Sentries early on, quite a good play. And we can see he's up to 64 over 37. There are a bunch of Immortals here, but Zealot Leg's just about to be finished. He's moving out his main army. He's going to hit when the legs are done, and all those Zealots are just going to take Mr. Pezz completely by surprise, because he's just been building Immortals. He is not really worried about anything else coming out. There we go. The legs are out. The Zealots are swarming around. They instantly surround the Immortals, and Pezz gives the GG within 2 seconds of seeing those Zealots. He knew he could not handle that much Zealot damage, and SWs takes the victory. So, yeah, I guess Pezz just didn't expect SWs to switch gears. He'd been going for Stalkers for so long, and Pezz was only dealing with Stalkers. He just built Immortals, and that's it. He didn't expect a sudden switch like this, but SWs had been doing that switch for the last 5 minutes or so. He'd just been keeping the same group of Stalkers in, keeping them alive, and at the same time macroing up a decent army of Zealots, getting the Zealot legs, doing a whole lot of good stuff, and yeah, in the end, it was a great play. So there we go, game number 1, SWs in the lead in this best of 3 series. So either SWs takes the next game, or Pezz takes the next game and pushes it to an ace match. We will find out in just a sec what's going to happen. Stay tuned. Alrighty, back into it. It is game number 2. SWs took the first one out with some great Stalker transition into Zealot play, which took Pezz by surprise, because Pezz was only building Immortals, because he was only dealing with Stalkers, and when the Zealot hits, the Zealots all hit, he was just like, oh, nuts to this. This is not a good idea. So anyway, we will see exactly if Pezz can do anything in this game to sort of pull back from it. It's going to be interesting. The probe gets a nice scout off from Mr. SWs, sees the base straight away. And yeah, it looks like Pezz is going to be a little bit longer, but he can use the rule of whatever the rule is. It's like he's not over here, so he must be over there. There's some fancy name for it, but I can't remember what it is. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the tactics are again. SWs did a great job with the Stalkers last time, kept them alive for the longest time, and did great damage until he was ready to transition. So I would not be surprised to see him go for Blink Stalkers once again. He went for Dark Templars as well, but they never really got much done in the previous game. Well, the first DT did kill 6 workers, but after that it was kind of useless. So 6 workers for a DT, I suppose that kind of works out. Yeah. Oh, here we go, guarding the ramp again. The probe does get destroyed and doesn't see the 2 gateways which are being produced. So yeah, going for 2 gateways, that's actually pretty fast for gateway tech sort of stuff, like building gateways. He may even be going for a good old 4 gate, but it is going to be scouted. Pezz sending his Mothership Core. He's going to be running in there. And old Mothership Core going back in. He's going to go in straight in. He's going to see the 2 gateways. And he's going to see, you know what, there's actually quite a lot of gateways early on in this game. So this may be a problem. And we will see how he deals with that, because 3 gate Protoss in the early game, in the very early game, may be a problem. So you can see he's building 2 gateways of his own straight away to sort of run against that. He's going to be a little bit behind on getting that stuff happening, but the Mothership Core getting in there, killing 3 workers actually, so doing a pretty good job, but the Stalkers managed to destroy it before it can walk back. Very nice. We've got a pylon set down here. Not only is it blocking the Nexus, but it's also warping in units, and the Stalkers coming on back, and they're going to do quite a bit of damage here. I don't know if they can micro their way into a victory here, but they're going to give it a try. And SWs, with the advantage on the gateways, is going to be able to warp in a bunch more units. It's going to give him a small advantage in the next minute or so, until these gateways are up, and then Pezz is going to be on equal footing, and we will see if he can actually turn that out into a game-winning move right here. He's managed to get 8 Stalkers up. The gateways are coming up now, but I just do not know. 7 Stalkers versus 1 is just quite a decent amount, and he's doing such a great job with them. The Void Ray is coming out. No doubt he's chrono boosting that. That could be the one unit that saves Pezz's bacon right here, if he can get it out, but yeah. He's going to need Stalker stuff as well. He's going to need to use the Stalkers and the Void Ray, because if the Stalkers all die, the Void Ray will be by itself, and then it will have no chance. And here we go, the Void Rays come out, but the Stalkers are all down, and Pezz gives the GG. So SWS has taken it out 2-0 to take the 3rd place matchup, which does mean he qualifies for the Hairy Smash at the end of the year, as well as Mr. Wally and Mr. Spear. So 3 brand new people qualifying for the Hairy Smash in this tournament. Very, very nice stuff. And yeah, that's it. Hairy Bash number 4 completed, done, finished casting. We'll be putting up the Hairy Bash number 5 sometime in October. I'm not exactly sure when. It'll depend on my schedule and stuff, but early to mid is what I'm thinking, and a few weeks beforehand there will be an announcement, so stay tuned for that. If you are interested in entering the Hairy Bash number 5, definitely keep an eye out, and I will let you guys know when it's about to come out. But anyway, thank you very much for watching all these games, watching all these great players, and I will catch you guys in a little while. Stay tuned for some more fun.